Level 1. The outcast. Your credit score is sitting at a dismal 430. You feel like a total ghost in the American financial machine. Every time you try to improve your life, the system slams a heavy door in your face. You desperately need a new apartment because your current place is being sold. You find a decent spot, fill out the application, and pay the $50 fee. The leasing agent in her pale mint green blouse gives you a warm smile. Then the screening report comes back with that glaring red number. That polite smile vanishes instantly. You get completely ghosted for days. When you finally reach them, they treat you like a criminal. Your score is just too much of a liability for their property. If you want the keys, you have to cough up a triple security deposit up front. Who has that kind of cash lying around? Nobody. So you settle for a rundown complex with a shady landlord. Then your car's transmission completely blows out on the highway. You need a reliable vehicle just to keep your paycheck alive. You have no choice but to visit a predatory buy here, pay here lot. The slick salesman knows you have absolutely zero leverage. He shows you a beat-up sedan for $8,000. You sit in his cramped office and look at the paperwork. The interest rate is 24.9%. It feels like a literal punch to your gut. By the time you finish paying, that junker will cost you $16,000. The system is explicitly designed to punish you for being down on your luck. It is a suffocating poor tax that drains your account every week. You sign the contract anyway because you need to drive to work. In the eyes of the banks, you are nothing more than a walking liability. You are trapped at the absolute bottom of a steep mountain. Surviving another year in this trench is going to cost you everything. Level 2. The penance. Your score has finally crawled up to a 540. You're no longer buried alive, but you're still in financial purgatory. You realize you need a credit card just to establish a history of paying on time. You apply for a basic beginner card online. Denied. Even with a steady job, they still do not trust you. You call your buddy Kevin to vent about how rigged this game feels. Kevin tells you about secured credit cards. It is the ultimate slap in the face for anyone trying to rebuild. You have to send the bank $300 of your own cash. In return, they give you a piece of plastic with a $300 limit. You are literally borrowing your own money and paying them for the privilege. To make it worse, this card comes with a $40 annual fee. They are charging you a cover fee just to enter the lowest tier. The card arrives in a pale mint green envelope. Every time you swipe it, you immediately transfer the money so you do not carry a balance. You remember being a young boy, playing with your dog in the yard, thinking adulthood was about freedom. Nobody warned you that adulthood meant begging a bank to trust you with your own money. Months go by and you never miss a payment. You check your credit app obsessively. Sometimes your score goes up 2 points, giving you a tiny rush of hope. Then it drops 5 points the next week for no logical reason. You feel like you are walking up a downward escalator. You need new brake pads for your car, but your secured limit cannot cover it. You swear you will never let a 3-digit number humiliate you like this again. You are doing the penance for your past mistakes, paying the poor tax every step. The mountain is still massive, but your boots are laced up and you are climbing. Level 3. The foothold. Your credit score finally crosses the threshold to 601. You check the app and let out a long breath of relief. You are out of the danger zone, but miles away from the VIP lounge. For the first time, you receive mail that is not a collection notice. It is a pre-approval letter for a real unsecured credit card. The envelope has a subtle pale mint green border. You read the terms, fully expecting a hidden trap. There is no trap, just a standard card with a modest $1,000 limit. You do not have to put down a single dime of your own cash. It feels like a massive victory. The invisible machine is finally starting to trust you. You text Kevin to brag about graduating from that miserable secured card. He tells you not to blow your new limit on unnecessary truck parts. You use the card responsibly for groceries and gas. You make damn sure to pay the balance off completely every single week. With this quiet confidence, you start entertaining the idea of buying a house. You're sick of throwing money into a landlord's pocket. You find a modest house with a big fenced yard where a dog could run. It reminds you of your childhood home. You reach out to a mortgage broker feeling like a man making a power move. He confirms you qualify for an FHA loan. Then he slides the estimated closing costs across the desk. You stare at the massive interest rate and mandatory mortgage insurance. Because your score is around 600, the monthly payment would be suffocating. Over 30 years, you would pay nearly double the asking price in pure interest. The system lets you in the door but taxes you heavily to stand in the hallway. Buying a house right now would be financial suicide. You realize patience is the only way up. You have secured a solid foothold on the mountain. You are absolutely not going to let go now. Level 4, the normalcy. Your credit score settles into the solid middle ground at 641. You are officially considered average. After the hell you have been through, average feels like an absolute luxury. Those days at the sleazy car dealership feel like a distant nightmare. You decide it is time to upgrade your apartment for real. You tour a modern complex with a small gym. The leasing agent hands you the application. For the first time, your stomach does not tie itself into a knot. She runs your numbers, and the system gives a green light instantly. They do not demand a triple deposit or a wealthy co-signer. You walk into your new apartment, noticing the pale mint green walls in the kitchen. You stand in the empty living room and let out a heavy sigh. You are finally blending in, no longer wearing a financial scarlet letter. Your auto insurance company suddenly lowers your premium. They finally trust that a guy with a 641 score is a safe driver. One morning, your bank automatically doubles your credit limit without you asking. They see you as a stable, predictable customer now. They want you to spend more and get careless, but you are too smart for that trap. You apply for a basic cashback rewards card, approved. They give you a solid $3,000 limit right out of the gate. It is a real tool that actually pays you a tiny bit of money to use it. You buy premium food for your dog and instantly earn a few cents back. It feels like magic after years of paying fees just to access your own cash. You grab a beer with Kevin to celebrate. He reminds you that the real game is only just beginning. He is entirely right. Being average just makes you another reliable gear in the banking machine. You are still paying standard, unremarkable interest rates for everything. You want to see the view from the top. You are determined to keep climbing. Level 5, the purgatory. Your credit score is sitting heavily at 682. You have been grinding away and paying every single bill on time. Your credit report is absolutely spotless. Yet you are stuck in this agonizing financial purgatory. You are caught right between being good enough and truly excellent. This is the most frustrating phase of the entire journey. You decide to trade in that overpriced, unreliable used car. You walk onto the lot of a reputable dealership, holding your head high. You find a solid truck that perfectly fits your lifestyle. The finance manager runs your pristine profile. He tells you that you are fully approved. Then you see the interest rate staring back at you. 7.9%. You know, the prime rate on television is significantly lower than that. You ask him why you are not getting the best rate with a flawless history. He explains that your score just hasn't cracked that magical 700 barrier yet. You are being assigned a second-tier rate despite doing everything right. In this bracket, you are actually the most profitable customer for the banks. You are reliable enough not to default, but low enough to justify higher interest. They are quietly skimming hundreds of dollars off your hard work every year. You sign the paperwork anyway because it beats your old disaster loan. Later, you apply for a travel rewards card. The approval email arrives in your pale mint green inbox theme, but the limit is disappointingly low. They let you in the door, but keep you on a tight leash. You remember watching your dad struggle with bills when you were a young boy. You swore you would never live that way. You are trapped in the waiting room of financial freedom. You know the only way out is relentless consistency. You just have to keep your head down and wait for the algorithm to respect you. Level 6, the turning point. Your credit score finally crosses the Rubicon to 718. The atmosphere around you completely shifts. Your mail is no longer filled with desperate subprime offers. You are receiving genuine pre-approved invitations from top-tier banks. The power dynamic has entirely flipped. For years, you begged the system for a simple chance. Now the massive banks are aggressively courting you. You apply for a premium travel card. The screen flashes approved instantly. They hand you a $15,000 limit without batting an eye. You let out a short, disbelieving laugh. A few years ago, you had to beg a landlord to rent to you. Now a corporation tosses 15 grand your way based purely on your reputation. Your good credit score is acting like a powerful financial shield. It actively prevents money from leaking out of your pockets. You are no longer paying the poor tax on anything. Your auto insurance hits rock bottom because you are in the safest tier. You revisit the idea of buying a house. You walk into the broker's office and sit down with quiet confidence. He looks at your file with genuine respect. He hands you a pale mint green folder with your new estimate sheet. The interest rate is incredibly low, right at the prime market average. There is no mandatory mortgage insurance draining your budget. The prospect of owning a home finally feels like a smart move instead of a trap. Having a 718 score means you are no longer playing defense. You are actively playing offense. You are keeping your hard-earned money exactly where it belongs. You look back down the steep mountain at the miserable 430 days. You take a deep breath and look toward the peak. You are determined to push through and become truly untouchable. Level 7. The VIP treatment. Your credit score finally hits 761. You have officially entered the VIP lounge of the American financial system. The agonizing days of waiting and hoping for approval are completely over. You decide it is finally time to buy that house with the big fenced yard for your dog. You walk into the bank, and the loan officer practically rolls out the red carpet for you. She hands you a mortgage rate that is so low it almost feels illegal. You do not even have to negotiate with them anymore. The system simply hands you the absolute bottom dollar price without a fight. They desperately want your pristine, reliable debt on their books. You apply for the heaviest, most exclusive travel credit card on the market. It arrives in the mail, and the card itself is made of solid, cold metal. You drop it on the bar while grabbing a drink with your buddy Kevin. It makes a heavy, satisfying clink against the polished wood. He looks at the card, then looks at you, nodding in quiet, mutual respect. The next time you fly out of town, you bypass the crowded, miserable terminal completely. You walk straight into the private, exclusive airport lounge. The room is decorated with soft, ambient lighting and subtle, pale, mint green accents. You sit back in a deep leather chair and slowly drink your coffee. You realize exactly how different the world looks from up here at the top. You are no longer just a struggling player in their rigged financial game. You are officially the one calling all the shots. Level 8. The untouchable. Your score reaches the legendary peak at 824. You are a ghost to the system once again. But this time it is because you are completely untouchable. The massive multi-billion-dollar banks are genuinely terrified of losing your business. If a credit card company even thinks about raising your annual fee, you make one simple phone call. The customer service representative apologizes profusely and waives the charge immediately to keep you happy. You walk into a high-end luxury car dealership and tell the manager exactly what you're going to pay. If he hesitates for even a single second, you simply stand up and walk toward the door. He chases you down into the parking lot before you can even open your car door. He knows deep down that he cannot beat the premium financing you already secured on your own. You look back at the stressed, exhausted, and humiliated guy you used to be at 430. You realize that the credit system is not just a simple math equation. It is a brutal, unforgiving survival game that ruthlessly crushes the people stuck at the bottom. But it endlessly and lavishly rewards the people who finally make it to the top. You remember being a young boy completely unaware of this invisible financial war. You did not just survive the agonizing, years-long climb out of the trenches. You absolutely conquered the entire mountain. If you want to understand exactly how to engineer this kind of extreme financial leverage for yourself, stick around. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications right now. We are going to beat this rigged game together.